So here we are in my garage. I was going to do the video tutorial now of the buggy up on the lift, so you can see there's no rust, and then go over the whole car here. As you can see from the other videos, 1965 Volkswagen Bug, utilizes the factory 1965 pan and VIN number, which is right back here by the shifter tunnel in the linkage with the hockey stick. Has some nice upgrades down here. You have the barefoot foot pedals, and then down below, if you can see right down here, we have Dynamat sound deadening material throughout the car to kind of keep the noise down if you want to put like a stereo or what have you in there. I'll turn on the car here so you can see that everything should work. We're in neutral. It's a little cold. That's your oil light. So right there. So it's got your oil pressure and whatnot. But everything does work. Your volts has all the safety equipment for your roadways, freeways to drive, rear view mirror, driver's mirror, passenger mirror. The top is securely locked on with these 6 Velcro straps right here, and then about 25 different types of little button fasteners. This is a different mirror I have. I have the long, like kind of convex rectangular mirror, so these two will not go on with this bracket, but with the other mirror they will. Safety equipment, such as we have the 3-inch lap belts for the passenger and driver, and then the seat belts in the rear for the passengers as well. These are suspension seats, all upholstered to match the top, as you can see right here with the orange stripe, orange piping. These are 2 inches wider, will accommodate someone up to about 260 pounds or so, probably about 6'6". You still have plenty of headroom, about 3 to 4 inches when I'm in the car. 6'2", 235 pounds myself. I can just barely reach the clutch, pushing it all the way down the floor with the seat all the way back. Both the driver's and passenger seat fully adjust, as you can see right there and right there. You can actually buy an aftermarket pedal assembly from CNC, Willward, or Jamar with a sliding pedal assembly if you wanted to slide the pedals forward or rearward for any type of driver. But this will accommodate, you know, your kids, your wife, your grandkids, someone from about 5 foot to about 6'6", 6'7". Passenger grab bar, another passenger grab bar, and then your passenger grab bars in the rear for easy access. Fire extinguisher in the rear. Like I said, it will accommodate 3 size full adults for passengers and then 1 passenger. So you can probably get away with like 3 little kids in the back, but you're gonna need another seatbelt. But I can fit in the back absolutely fine. Storage back here. I have it on a battery tender, always your Odyssey battery. Put your coolers back there. Any type of, you know, accessories. If you need spare gas or whatever, you're going somewhere. Mickey Thompson tires, 31, 10, 50, 15s in the rear, 225, 75, 15s in the front, all on centerline wheels, 5 lug. You could probably get away with going to 32 1150s or even 33s in the front, and then 39, 50, 15s, excuse me, 33, 12, 50, 15s in the rear, 32, 1150, 15s in the rear, or 39, 50, 15s in the front. Full body. The diamond plate is removable. You got your push to bumper up in the front with your off-road headlights, your light bar, and then your integrated turn signals, and then your LED turn signals here in the rear. Did a lot of upgrades, put a brand new exhaust muffler, exhaust wrap, has all brand new spark plugs. EJK spark plugs is what I use, the best that you can use in my opinion. There's 3 different types, you know. They got the Bosch 14 millimeters, you know, 1/2 inch, then the NGK 12 millimeter 3/4, and the Bosch 14 millimeters. I prefer, like I said, the NGKs. You know, your oil capacity, we have the remote oil filter down there. Spin-on oil filter with an oil sump, which gives you about another quart of oil, so about 3.5 quarts of oil versus a 2.5. All the valves are fully adjusted with myself doing them. I just did them like a week ago. I used the valve lash. They go between, they say to do them 6, some people say to do them 4 1,000, so A feeler gauge, you know, I set the feeler gauge, I got a feeler gauge that's between 4 and 6. So just as long as it has a little bit of drag, you know, some people say 6 thousandths is a little bit too loose. It's right there, right in the money. The timing has all been set with distributors, so it's got a brand new rotor, brand new cap, brand new plugs, brand new wires, brand new valve covers. All the timing has been done. The valve adjustment, the only thing that's not new is the Petronix flame thrower coil right there. Carburetor's all set. So the timing, you know, you're gonna get people that with these Bosch 009 distributors, they make so many distributors. I mean, they have the Bosch, they have the Amazon, they have the ones with the vacuum advance, they have the pat downs. You know, I set the timing, I do a static timing and then a dynamic. So I do the static timing with the test light until the test light comes on. Then I do a dynamic timing, see where the idle is. You know, some people say you get the 30, 17, 15, so 30 degrees, you know, fully advanced. Some people say the distributors don't fully advance, you know, 17 to 25 degrees. Pat Downs makes excellent distributors, the Bosch. So you're gonna have 10 different motors with 10 different, you know, timings, you know, give or take, you know, the 5 degrees. You could actually tune this car, you know, if you wanted to make it a little bit more oomph. You know, you could actually advance the timing probably about another 2 degrees fully advanced. As you've seen in the videos, I have a different type of header. But this is a 1915cc dual port motor. This is a mild motor. It has rebuilt carburetors completely done by Rod's Carburetor. They're 44 empties. I have the outer wears breather element on there to keep any type of sand or any type of debris out there on dirt roads. They're 44s. I run 130 main jets. You could probably, depending on your elevation, you know, if you're lower elevation, you can do 135s, 145s if you live somewhere down towards Florida, below sea level, California, way down in Phoenix. If you start going to higher elevations, you know, like Seattle, Oregon, Washington up there, you're probably gonna have to lean the car out just a little bit. It's really, really simple. You just take off the outer wears cover there with the top, which unscrews with a butterfly nut, and then there's the velocity stacks, and then it has the emulsion tubes, which are F11 emulsion tubes, running 200 air jets, 60 idle jets. So I can teach you all the ins and outs of what to do, what not to do, but the car should run absolutely perfect depending on where you're at. You know, run premium. This has, you know, ceramic coated exhaust, like I said, the dual 44 carburetors. There's a lot of things you can do with these kind of cars. You know, if you wanted to go to fuel injection, if you want to go to turbos, strokers, 2276s, if you want to go to 2332s, this will do, you know, about 85 miles an hour. You know, you might be able to get up to 90 depending on, you know, the elevation, the fuel, the weight, and then what your timing is. So put the car up in the air so you can see here. Just give me a couple seconds and we're gonna go all the way up in the air. But you know, I'm gonna go over the motor of what you can and can't do. The great thing is there is a company called Kennedy Engineering that makes the adapter plates. While we're doing this lift here in my garage, they make adapter plates for any type of motor that you have, whether it be Nissan, General Motors, Chevy, Ecotec, Subaru, you know, if you want to do a 2200 RE, the Ford 2.4 liters, I believe they are made by Dan Esslinger. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. He makes killer, like, road race 4-cylinder motors out of the Ford Thunderbird LX, the Mustang LX Fox bodies, like 82 to like 93. I mean, some of those things have like 1,000 horsepower. So I'm gonna get this car up here a little bit more in the air so we can kind of go underneath it. I just want to show you all the things. Like I said, there's no rust. I can go over, like I said, different types of motor combinations you can do and what it'll cost you. So I'm gonna lock this down right here, I think is good, and then we'll just kind of lock this down, and then we'll make sure it's all locked. Give it a couple seconds here, and then we're gonna go underneath the car so I can show you everything here. So here we are. As you can see, there's no rust. The body is completely clean. So we got drum brakes all the way around, KYB shocks all over there. Let's see what else we got. We'll go over here in the front. I don't think I touched on this. Let me go here in the front of the car so I can show you, possibly on this side. If you can see, there is 3 fuel filters. There's one here, and there's one back there. So you got 1, 2, but there's actually 3 filters. fuel filters, one coming from the fuel tank, fuel filter, and then one going to the fuel pump back to the carburetors. Here's a quick glimpse of the front of the car, and then we have the electronic fuel pump, and then an additional fuel filter going back, if I can get back here to show you. Right back here, there's another fuel filter. I got my GoPro in my hand, I'm sorry. There's another fuel filter right back here for the carburetors. So it does have 3 fuel filters. Right there, there he is. So there's the third fuel filter. Here is your Type 1 transaxle, has brand new gear oil. I put synthetic gear oil, brand new oil filter. Like I said, it's got even right here, I'm old school, I put magnets on the oil filters. Quads, buggies, oil sump right there. You know, you got a tiny little drip right here on the valve cover gasket. They all drip, every single one of them. That's magnesium from getting hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. They all drip. You can see right here, they drip just a little bit every once in a while. That's been sitting for probably about 2 weeks. I have nothing to hide. So it just goes to show you that all these cars weep. They have a little tiny bit of a drip, every single one of them. You know, I put a little Permatex on the valve cover gaskets. Valve cover gaskets are all brand new. No popping out of gear, ship's absolutely perfect. Going right back over here, let me see if I can show you on top of the oil filters there. We have the breather element. So that goes all the way back from the valve covers right there, both sides, all the way to the back of the motor. There's a little breather element. Same thing, like just to reduce blow by on any type of the Volkswagens. But the 4 plans are all perfectly clean, no rust. You got your transaxle strut brace right there. So very, 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 very clean car. Go over here just to show you. So there's nothing to hide. Like I said, it runs absolutely perfect. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring the car back down, go over just the motor just a little bit. So we're gonna jack this up just a little bit more here. And then I'm gonna bring this down just like this. And then we'll go over the motor here on the options with the motor. So, going back to the motor here, there are so many combinations you can do. If you don't want to use the Volkswagen motor, which runs great, and you're worried about, you know, carburation or air-fuel mixture, you can do Subaru motors. EJ20s out of a Subaru Legacy, EJ25s like out of an Outback with a turbo. You can pick those up on eBay for right around 900 bucks. All you need to get is a radiator, and then you get your Stinger ECU or your Lynx ECU, which run you about 600 bucks. We have people here in Arizona that can do all these swaps. If you want to swap, I'll take it to them free of charge. You can pay them. I'll deliver the car. If you want to do a Subaru swap from Mac Engineering, he's like the guru. You know, you can do an EJ20, have 175 horsepower turbo. You know, EJ25, 200 horsepower turbo. You just have to buy your transaxle kit unless you want to do it yourself. I can take it to Don's Sun Performance. You can do the Ecotechs 2.0s, 2.2s. Fred's the guru over there. You can do Hondas, 4-cylinders, K20, B16, F16B, blue top, black tops. Those have about 150 horsepower. You can do turbos. What else? You can do Acuras 3.2s, Type S's with the forged internals. You know, the swaps, when you start going to the Hondas, you know, with the transaxle adapter and the ECU, run you about 4 grand, 4,500 bucks, but that's installed. You can take this motor out all day long, sell this on the Samba or any VW enthusiasts for Volkswagen Bugs, Carmen Gias, buses, Porsche replicas, the 550 Speedsters, the 356 Speedsters, kit cars, you know, GT40s. You know, you probably get all day long. On the very, very low end, probably 3,800 bucks. On the high end, probably all day long. Exhaust, everything, you know, 5 grand. That's, I mean, a Volkswagen motor now is big bucks. I mean, they're pulling big money for these things. So, I just want to go over the whole car. Like I said, if you have any questions about anything, if you want to stop by, like I said, we can put up on my lift. I got nothing to hide. It's a very, very, very clean car. Just want to show you, like I said, the car. If you need to tow it, you know, you can use a tow bar right here from Harbor Freight. They make a universal one. You have to drill 2 holes to get the universal one, or put the 2 holes up here. it'd kind of be like this. Let me show you. This would be like a universal tow bar right here. This is for the other off-road car in the back. But if you wanted to use just the regular Type 1 Volkswagen tow bar or the Carmageddon tow bar, you can pick them up on Craigslist for 60 bucks, 75 bucks. Put this car in neutral, and the great thing is you can tow it behind your wife's Honda. You can tow it behind your wife's Toyota Prius. I've towed this before behind my wife's Prius with a little bike receiver hitch rack. You can put it behind your truck. Like I said, you just put it in neutral. You can tow this thing across state lines, across the country. You can get one of the universal lighted tail light kits from Harbor Freight, Home Depot for 20 bucks. The little magnets, put those on for the tail lights, for the tow bar back here, and then just run it straight through the steering wheel, through the side, up down the front. So this is the car. Please feel free to stop by. If you want to put it on the 2-post lift, we can put it on the 2-post lift. You can look at all the oil, look at all other videos, but I got nothing to hide. If you want to, like I said, stop by and drive it, we can drive it on the freeway. It'll cruise on the freeway, no problem. Like I said, if you want to put in a turbo, I can take it down to Dan at Competition Engineering. We can put on a turbo at 7 pounds of boost. You know, you can pay for the turbo if you want just something reliable, you know, bump it up to about 110 horsepower. You know, you can put in, like I said, a 2276 stroker kit, bigger cam, you know, VZ 125 cam. You can do street limiter heads, you know, bigger crank, bigger pistons, all sorts of stuff. I can guide you on anything. I'll always keep you in the loop on what to do, what to check. These cars are bulletproof. I mean, they withstand the test of time. I got the off-road car over there, and then the UTV over there. These things will outlast all of those, and they're way cheaper. These things are bringing big money now, so if you have any questions about anything, I've gone over the turn signals. Please watch all the videos, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, and good luck.